50 Shades of Mom. Well, for starters, I don't even think I've ever even shown you guys what my house looks like. But I came outside today to get the mail, and that's usually all it takes for me is to start seeing some weeds in the corner, and then before you know it, it starts looking like this and that, and there's piles of everything. So when we planted potatoes a couple of weeks, almost a month ago back already now, I said I would do another segment where I filmed what my garden looks like and what I have going on here and what it looks like after it's all cleaned up, and then us planting some things. So let me go back and start off to where the garden was on the side of the house. This is that raised bed that I told you guys that Daryl planted for me. It's 36 feet in length, and we planted an above ground garden just because the soil here is really bad and it's like clay. I have not been out here in a couple of weeks because we've been traveling and everything, so these are my asparagus like that really seriously need to be trimmed back. It's obviously not supposed to look like that, and everything in here is overgrown. Here are the potatoes that we planted. They are doing well and coming up in all spots where we planted them, so that's good. At least most of them took. Out of the 9, I count 7, so that's good. But the clover here is crazy, and it pretty much overtook most of my garden, and it is actually really late in the season for me to be planting, so I need to come in, and this weekend I'm going to be working on cleaning all this out. These are my strawberries that are trying to poke through all of these nasty weeds, so my plan is to go through and plant all of this. I have some seeds that are going in. I'm going to end up having a late bloom this year, but that's kind of better because I go to New York for so long, and then, which is generally like a month in the summertime, and then by the time I come home, I've missed the growth of my garden. So this is my palm tree. I have beautiful new fans coming up in the middle, so I have to trim back these older ones that are dying. This is my blueberry bush, starting to get some great blueberries growing on here. And like all these flowers in here, you can't even really enjoy them. These are all perennials or bulbs that come back every single year. And I have my garden set so that once I clean this up and lay down fresh mulch, everything that's already planted pretty much comes up. And as far as flowers, I don't have too much to plant. This is my blackberry bush. And this also, this plant also is very similar to the clematis flower right there, and it's called the Rose of Sharon, but it actually, once it starts budding, it'll put out flowers like that. But this is my front of my house, and this is under the front 2 windows, and then around the tree here I already started pulling some sticks out. Like, see, like these are a lily plant, like all these things. It's my clematis, like all these things just come back every year. This is already coming back, so all this stuff comes back every year, and I don't really have to worry about planting. Same thing with all of this, like these are all lilies, they're all getting ready. Those big tall things are gladiolas, they're coming up. I forgot what those big plants are right here, but like these, I planted these the first year I moved in, and they grow back every year. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys a little show of my garden. Like, look at this monstrous weed. Have you ever seen anything like this? This is what made me stop when I was pulling out the mail, getting the mail, to pull this out, because that like caught my eye, and that is gross. This is the rose bush that Paul got me. This is the hibiscus tree he gets me every year for Mother's Day, so hopefully this year he'll get me a new one so I can replace this one. Look how beautiful those roses are. Alright, I'm going to give you one more overview of the house on the before. I'm also going to put mulch down and all of that. So these are all perennials. See, I didn't plant any of these this season. These all just came back. It's in a little box my neighbor built me around, and that's my house. So I'm going to get to work, and then I will come back and show you guys how we're doing throughout the process, and then hopefully you'll get to see my house all made up at the end. Okay, so before the sun goes down, let me show you guys what I did today. I've been down here for a couple of hours. I'm like hot, I'm dirty, I'm sweaty. Look, I got like a nasty blister from using the claw rake, but I got a lot done, not completely finished. I'm not going to show you guys the front flower beds yet because I didn't finish them or put the mulch down, and I didn't do my herb garden on the inside yet. That will be a whole nother video. I just did the vegetable garden portion, but I feel like I got a lot accomplished because this was not easy. This was 30 feet of cleaning all of it out and planting everything, but it looks really good, so I'm happy with that. So these are my outdoor herbs. Got some mint here, some dill, and some cilantro. And then these are those really cool garden stakes that I got from the Target dollar spot like a couple of weeks ago. So, and then these are some of the packets that I got when I did my Dollar Tree haul like a couple of weeks ago as well. So these are garden beans that I planted here, and some lettuce that I planted right here. And then this is spinach. I don't know if it's going to focus. So put the spinach there. These are my strawberries. I had a friend of mine who was helping me out last year, and she tore up the garden and cleaned it all up for me and didn't realize that she tore up my strawberries, which I had been growing for 6 years. They do come back, but they are very minimal right now. So that's all I have of my strawberries. But I got my squash in a cage here. Whew. Thank you. This is my 3 tomato plants that I bought. This one is a Cherokee purple. I love purple tomatoes, like heirloom kind of tomatoes. Love them. And then, I don't know if you guys happen to catch my vlog when I went to the Biltmore, which was that big mansion in Asheville. And this was called the Biltmore hybrid tomato. So it caught my eye, and it made me want to get it. Hi, honey.
I want to see you.
You want to see me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, right now I'm showing everybody what I planted today. And then these are the hybrid cherry tomatoes that I planted. And then I have a very poor success at planting cucumbers. Daryl mounted some lattice for me here because they really are climbing vegetables. I never, ever, ever have success. So I just have one here because I think out of 6 years I've planted them, maybe I've gotten 3 cucumbers. People around here say that they grow cucumbers like crazy. But for whatever reason, I don't have a green thumb for cucumbers. If you guys saw my last video when I started planting and I did the garden, the potatoes, that is what is left of them. They did not look so good right now. They were coming up really good, but now the tops are starting to get yellow. I think it's just because we haven't had a lot of rain and somebody broke my sprinklers, so now I need to fix them. So I haven't been able to turn them on, and I haven't come out to water. So now that everything's planted, though, I'll have to be a little bit more religious about it. And then I planted some sweet potatoes to go along with the regular potatoes I already planted. I trimmed down the asparagus and got them all ready for them to come back up. And then I planted some red bell peppers. So that is it. He didn't plant anything here. Like I said, I usually do sunflowers just so that it's something hardy enough to take the erosion that happens from that piece of gutter that just does not seem to want to cooperate with my garden. And that is it. So I will come back tomorrow after I do the front beds and show you guys the rest of the gardens. Okay guys, so this is it. This is the completed project. It has taken us so long to get the outside all done and set and ready that if I have repeated myself in any of these video clips, I apologize just because it has been so long. But these are my flowers that are coming back around the mailbox. I think I did show you guys that already. And then I cleaned out all of these beds and mulched them. The only thing I didn't do yet is put the bird seed. And Daryl just needs to stake these things down a little bit better, because once I put the bird seed in, it gets really heavy. But I did put my hummingbird nectar out. And those little green, anything green that you see, like I haven't planted anything. This is all just perennials that just keep coming back. And then I'm like a collector of all sorts of like knick-knack and bric-a-brac stuff to put around all of my things. And then this is just the little corner piece that lines the driveway. Again, all of these things are stuff that come back every year. So these lilies are really coming up right now. They look gorgeous. I love them. So, and this is all just, like I said, stuff that I collected. I just put in there. And then this is a new addition. This is what Paul got me for Mother's Day. This 3-tiered bush. He usually gets me a hibiscus tree, but the hibiscus tree doesn't come back every year. So we got this instead, and I'm really excited about it. It looks really good, and it'll always stay like that as long as I keep it trimmed. I just put a hanging basket up there, and alongside of the house, if the camera will focus, that's just some of my other plants cleaned up all down there. I have my rose bush. That's here. My flag that I got, wreath that I got at CVS that I love. And just my little, it's hard to see, I'm shadowing it, but my little heart-shaped plant stand. I still do have my Mother's Day flag out. I think I'm going to change it tomorrow for Memorial Day, but Daryl doesn't want to, as our flag's really old and tattered, but he wants to get a new one. But I feel like I don't even care as long as it's hung up for tomorrow. And then we have a Father's Day one that'll go up for June. And then this is the big bed. This took me so long this morning. I was exhausted. But what I love about this big bed is that this came with big, huge bushes, like there and there and there. It was a mess when we first moved in. They put like a lot of big stuff that I didn't like. So I took them out, and to keep vegetation, I replaced it with things that are versatile. So this is a blackberry bush, and you can see that the blackberries are coming in really good right now. Like, they are all over. And then this is the Rose of Sharon. This kind of opens like a hibiscus, but none of it is opened yet, but there's tons of buds. Like, there's buds just, oh, here's a good one. And they're purple when they open. They're really pretty. And then this is my new fountain. This was Paul's little Easter present to me. I love that. And my sprinkler system my dad put in for me. And then these are like another one of those things that, again, like I said, I plant like all these different kinds of flowers. It's just my bird bath. I've had that forever. Like, these come back every year. And then this is a blueberry plant. Let's see. So I just put a lot of vegetation out here that I can still use all the time instead of just having big wasteful bushes. So I hate that. And then this is my favorite thing. This is my palm tree. This was Daryl's Mother's Day present to me maybe last year. So they're not cheap, but eventually this thing will grow like big and tall. But for now, and that's it. So I am very proud of everything that I have done. We worked really, really hard to put together a nice yard. I'm super proud of how hard we've been working, and we're definitely proud of our yard. So thank you guys very much for watching. Let me know what you thought of my veggies and my flowers, and hit the like button and comment down below. Subscribe if you have not done that, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.